Hey everybody, it is your girl Shavonna Tay, the go-to public speaker, preacher, and teacher, and today I am speaking to That Chosen Chick group page. And those of you who want to be a part of That Chosen Chick, make sure that you like, subscribe, share this page, and take a look at our website, thatchosenchick.com, thatchosenchick.com, and see what we have available to you as of a resource. I wanted to talk to you guys real quickly about preparing for the storm. Now, we know that when this pandemic happened, we were not really prepared. We really didn't all have things in order, but I do know that there was a period where I felt in my spirit that this is not normal. I need to get some things in order. And this was before people were really panicking about the pandemic, but I just felt it in my spirit, and I went to the store and I was stocking up on certain things like diapers, wipes, and formula for the youngest baby because I wanted to make sure that I had everything we needed in case something happened because I felt it in my spirit. And so while I was at the store and I had these items inside of my cart, people laughed at me. I said, it's okay. You can laugh at me. I know what I heard in my spirit, and I'm going to run with that. And sure as you know it, right after that, they shut everything down in our city. Well, who was prepared? Because I listened to my spirit. Joseph heard in the spirit realm and revealed what the dream of the king meant. He heard in the spirit realm and he did action. He gave instruction. He didn't worry about what anybody else thought. He just gave instruction and he created action to make sure that they stored up for 7 years for 7 years of famine. What is it inside of you that you can do to prepare for the storm? So I have 4 points that I want to make to you guys real quickly. The first one is your immunity. Get your weight, height, and ideal weight. Find out what you should be, like what range you should weigh in. Lately, I have been really trying to work on my health, making sure that I am fit for purpose and not just eating everything. I do that on the weekend. I do treat myself on the weekend and eat whatever I want. But during the week, I'm trying to just keep a good schedule, make sure that I eat I have some vitamins that I take, and I make sure that I have the nutrients in my body that is vital for me, to keep going. The second thing under the immunity is see where you are on the spectrum. Make sure that you are healthy. Get your blood pressure checked, your cholesterol, whatever you can do to make sure that your personal body, your personal health is on the right spectrum. And the third thing is start feeding your immune system. So what are you taking daily to make sure that you are healthy and building your immune system, making sure that you are cognitively aware, and keep all of your senses together. I heard that the COVID-19 affects the brain in some ways, and then it also affects your immune system really, really bad, causing you not to be able to breathe, building up mucus in the system. So make sure that you are taking the proper things to build up your immune system. Point number 2 is your purchasing plan. Consider how many people are in your house. How much do you need for the autumn through the spring of 2021? So think about who's in your house and what things you need that if you didn't have to go to the store, you wouldn't go to the store for those things. We have to go to the store for soap. We have to go to the store for water. We have to go to the store for food, non-perishables for sure is what I'm referring to. And then you have to go to the store for toilet paper. But anyway, those are things that you always have to go to the store for. So how can you stock up on that versus in the same amount needed for the amount of people that live in your home? How can you make sure that I guess what I'm trying to say is, how can you make sure that you have enough provision for the people who live in the house with you? That may differ from house to house, but make sure that you start purchasing a little bit more every time that you go to the store so that you won't even have to worry, during this next season. There may be another shutdown. You never know. Even if you're not concerned about getting sick, make sure that you have the items that you need in your home so that you don't have to worry about going outside and getting those things. The second thing in the second section is how much do you need, the third thing is see how much this will cost you and be prepared to spend that amount. So however much you're going to need, it's going to cost some money. So you need to calculate everything, write everything down. How much do you need for the next 3 months? If you can afford to do this. what provision can you make for the next 2 to 3 months so you don't have to go out? And when I say this, ladies, I'm talking about stuff like tampons, sanitary napkins. Okay, so you know how many you use each month. Why don't you just get enough for the next 3 months? That's like 2 or 3 packs. That's not a lot of money, but it's making sure that you don't have to go out to the store, and then think about bottled water. Well, how much water do you drink? Okay, well, just times that by, the weeks that you may need it for, or 3 months, It's not about overspending, but it's about making provision for your household. The third thing is storing and organizing. So the first thing I want to tell you in that section is learn how to can your leftover vegetables and fruit. Now, I did make some videos about this so that you can kind of see how you can do that really quickly. Sometimes we have grapes, a few grapes left over that nobody's eaten. Or you may have some tomato left over that you chopped up, and you want to know how to preserve those so that if you need some crushed, tomatoes and you can't run to the store, that you need to put in, side of one of your dishes, you have that on hand because you made provision. You took what you already had and you made sure that it was, you used it all up. And you made sure that you made value of everything that God has blessed you with. Also, create a designated area for organizing and for storage. So make sure that whatever you are having for your provision, that is not in a place where everybody can use it or where it can be easily used up. You want to make sure that you put it in a place that is for hard times, that is for when something bad happens, that is for emergencies. So, just want to separate those things because when you have things just out in the open, it's easier to just use them, and then you're using up your provision. And the last thing is label and date them in that section. Label and date those things so that you can know how long they have been in storage and if you can or cannot eat them. Last but not least, go beyond the norm, okay? Buy medical supplies. Now, when I say medical supplies, I'm not talking about, turning to the hospital. What I'm saying is make sure that you have things that you would need if one of your children falls, or if somebody falls down the stairs and they break their ankle. You have something to wrap, And I'm only talking about if they shut things down and they're not taking patients, because we don't know how bad it's going to get, how bad it may get, right? And you want to make sure that everything can be in place and taken care of without risking your life or your family's life. Next, create a designated area for sick people. So if you're able to create, I don't care if it's just a little nook in a corner, if you're able to create a designated area for someone who is not feeling well so that they won't contaminate or be around everyone else, or even so that they can get the proper rest that they need, make sure that you do that now. And lastly, find out who is a nurse, doctor, or CNA in your neighborhood or in your family or in your social media friends list. Find out who's who so that if you need help, you can talk to somebody and they can help you. This is Shavonna Tate, and I am thebomb.com. Be blessed.